Hello, I'm Richard Hammond, and I'd like to introduce you to one of my best friends. He's in his late 50s. I've known him for 13 years or so now. He's not actually from this country, but he has lived here for about 11 years. His name, Oliver. You might know him. He's a 1963 Opel Kadett, which I bought in Botswana for a challenge in a TV show I used to do, Top something or other. Anyway, I like to think he became the star of that show because of the brave way he tackled terrain that threatened to kill lesser cars bought by more idiotic presenters. Anyway, as you'd imagine, once we'd finished, I wanted him to come home with me immediately. And just 2 years later, he did. There was some paperwork in between. What I love about Oliver is that he has a quality we admire in people and dogs and donkeys. He's plucky. Yeah, he's only got 40 horsepower. And a lot of those horses have gone lame. And yes, his gearbox is a mechanical lucky dip. What have we got here? Ooh, second. Lovely. And yes, he does smell a bit. But so do dogs and James May's jumpers. And they're still beloved by many. So there are flaws, but there's also much to admire. For starters, he never goes wrong, because there's nothing much to go wrong, apart from the fuel gauge. That's never worked. Otherwise, he's as loyal a friend as you could hope for. And look at this. Rolls-Royce would charge you 10 grand for stars in the roof. With Oliver, they came for free. Thing is, we've shared experiences together. When we were filming in Botswana, there came a moment when we had to cross a river. We were pretty confident it'd be too deep for the car. And just before we did it, the crew running all the cameras inside the car came over to me and said, "Shall we start those cameras?" "No, boys, I'm professional. I'll switch them on myself when the director calls action." Director called action. I drove the car into the river. It did indeed float away down the river with me in it. I swam out to the bank, and once they pulled the car out, the crew said, "Rich, you are so cool. You even remembered to cut the cameras before you got out." No, I hadn't started the cameras before the stunt. We had to do it again with a rope. I looked an idiot, but Oliver was there with me. It's bonding. Now, much as I love this little Opel, I will admit that under the shine, he's not actually in the best shape. I did restore him a few years ago, but I got overexcited and rushed it. And then I lent him to a friend for a wedding, and there was an incident. I shan't go into details, but suffice it to say, on the big day, he decided to reverse Oliver with the door open. And the lawful impediment to that was a tree. So under the surface, there is much damage to be repaired. He needs fixing. And this brings me to my big dilemma. Oliver needs a thorough going over. But what do I do with him? Do I lovingly restore him to the way he left the factory? Or is that a bit boring? What about a custom cruiser, slammed, small block V8, purple metal flake paint? Or I could turn him into a retro rally car. Like I say, he's a plucky machine, and it'd be good to find some heroic purpose for him. Meanwhile, the reason I've come to see him today is Opel have sent me this filter. Well, Oliver is an Opel, so I thought I'd take a picture of him with it. Maybe it'll bring out all his finer qualities, the very essence of him, the things that make Oliver, Oliver. Oh, wait a minute. There's another car there. That's not Oliver. That's the new Opel Mokka. I mean, fair play, it's a sharp-looking thing, but it's not Oliver in my picture of Oliver. I can move it. Oh, that's what this filter is. So you can put the car where you want. Oh, that's clever. Profile shot. So Oliver, not Oliver. Oliver, not Oliver. Oh, this has to be played with. This has potential. Car in an arch. Try and get that out of there. That's some parking. Yep, me and car. Car and a pretend horse. Nice. Car and dog. Big dog. Car and peacock. Car on the stove. Car and some dogs. Smile, please. Well, there we are. If you want to put a pretend Opel Mokka on your drive or in your kitchen, get this filter. And if you want to tell me what I should do with Oliver, dive into the comments, or you know what you've got to do that, but be kind. Because remember, he's one of my best friends.